Colin?
X, after that Mississippi State game, after that loss, was it frustrating to have a week where you couldn't go back out there and correct things on the court? Or how did you guys kind of approach as a team the time you had off the past week?
I would say we were anxious and hungry to get back on the court, of course. But, I mean, in a time like this, it is what it is. So we just slowed down, I mean, and got ourselves together. Like Coach said, the only time we had to put in was really much the individual workout. So I feel like we just put our all into that time and took advantage of whatever else we could do.
Mitch?
I guess when you all went back and watched the film of that second half against Mississippi State, I guess what were kind of some of the things that stuck out to you, and how long did you all kind of work on that or dwell on that before kind of flushing it and moving on?
Energy. I mean, we basically just energy and focus. When we go down the teams, I feel like we just gotta have that edge, keep that edge that we usually have in the first half, and that'll make us able enough to control the second half and beat teams.
Dave Matter?
Sorry about that. Hey, X, what do you guys have to do to kind of bring back what you guys were able to do in the first half? I mean, was that a reminder that this team can play really well on both ends for long stretches? Was that as well as you guys have played this year, you feel like?
Yeah, the first half was, I would say, phenomenal. I mean, everybody was everywhere. Everybody was doing something. Everybody was helping each other. I mean, the bench was crazy. I feel like that was one of the more perfect first half we could have. But I mean, like you said, I mean, we gotta have that same energy coming out in the second half, of course, and that's what we're working on, and that's what we're gonna do.
Ben Arnett?
X, how important have the full team workouts that you had yesterday, you're having today, probably tomorrow after the pause? How important are these opportunities to come together as a full group as you look to play your first game in a week and a half?
Well, it's a relief. I mean, I feel like we've been away for a minute, so I feel like this should just, I mean, bring everybody back together. I mean, we never left. I mean, it was kind of normal for us. I feel like because we didn't expect it, but you got to be ready for anything in a time like this. So I feel like when we came back, it's just the same mentality that we went in to start the season. The same mentality as always.
Eric Long?
Hey, X, is it easier as a player to diagnose what went wrong or what you need to do more of when you have arguably your best half of the season and your worst half of the season in the same game?
Wait, say that again? My bad.
No, you're good. You said the first half was phenomenal earlier on, and you've said the problems that happened in the second half. Is it easier as a player to see what went wrong and then what you also did right and back when you have those halves kind of back to back in the same game?
I mean, yeah. I would say, I mean, it's super easy. I mean, as long as you watch film, I feel like, I mean, in the moment, of course, you wouldn't know. I mean, you know the things that are wrong, I feel like, but you wouldn't know exactly what's wrong until after when you watch the film. So I feel like just us watching film and studying it and seeing body language. Well, it wasn't body language, but seeing little things that keyed into why they came back and then won the way they won.
Sweetie?
Hey X, after a game like that and digesting it, is there one guy who kind of addresses the team and is kind of like, hey, we can't have this, or is it more of kind of a group thing where everyone, is kind of on the same page?
I mean, it doesn't have to come down to one guy getting on everybody, but I feel like we're more of a group type of team. I mean, we all, if one person sees something wrong, of course they'll say something. But I mean, I feel like once that one person says something, we all just regroup and come along and we try to figure out what's wrong and get it right.
Last question for X so we can get Jeremiah through before practice. Joel?
Hey, X, what was the initial response like to finding out there was a positive case in the program? And was that break kind of like a relief, or was it like frustrating to be away for a few days?
I mean, of course it's kind of frustrating because we're in season. But like I said, in a time like this, you have to be ready for anything. So I feel like it was a relief and frustrating, but more of a relief because, I mean, like I said, the individual workouts were good. I mean, Coach had us running in those. So, I mean, conditioning-wise, I feel good, but I don't know. I kind of see this as a positive. I really don't see it as a negative.
All right, thanks, X.
Thank you.
Two.